Wednesday morning Vinyasa class. It all starts with the breath. Deep breath in and long breath out. Stretch your arms forward, or you could have your arm bones back, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Inhale. Exhale. Roll your forehead side to side on the yoga mat. Or if your head doesn't easily touch the floor, definitely put a pillow or a block underneath your head. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And spread your fingers nice and wide. Make sure your hands are as wide as the outer shoulders are wide. And lift your head and lift your hips up. Come into tabletop. Push the palms down and make sure your knees are under the hips and hover your shoulders a little bit more over the hands. And try to spin your inner upper arms forward. Try to find this external rotation from the inner upper arm rotating from the inner armpit out, okay? Inside out, okay? Do what you can and press into the finger knuckles and the fingertips. Push the palms down, scoop your tail round the spine into a cat tilt. Press your toenails down and exhale gently. Shrug your shoulders toward each other. Lift your chest, lift your collarbones forward and up. Lift your tail. Inhale again, cat tilt. Navel to the spine. Actively pull the navel in, the belly muscle in. And exhale, arch your spine, relax the belly, but engage the Uddiyana Bandha, that energetic space between the pubic bone and the navel center. You can start to maybe add your head if you like, turning your head in circles. You can sway your hips a little side to side, turn to look at your hip as you squeeze one side of your waist, stretch the other side. Keep the toenails pressing down. Good, and then walk your hands a handprint or two forward. Tuck your toes under, take a deep breath. Exhale, push your hips backward. As you push your hips backward, try to keep your arm bones elevated, meaning you're trying to lift them up as if you're literally trying to lift them off the floor, but your palms are down. So try not to let the shoulders drop out, basically. As you elevate your arm bones, again, try to spin your inner upper arms up toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, make your way to tabletop, a longer tabletop. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. From downward dog pose, try to make sure you're trying to lift the upper arm bones, bend your knees, and stretch your thighs backwards. Bring the weight into the legs, thighs, hips, feet. Make sure your feet are facing in a little bit. Gently your head side to side, forward and back. Breathe in, breathe out. You can start to pedal your feet one at a time if you haven't already. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. And gently walk your hands backward towards your feet. Bend your knees, lay your ribcage on your thighs. Let your ribcage rest on your thighs like you did in child's pose. Relax the head down. Either fingertips on the floor or a little bit more forward if you're a little bit on the tighter side. Do what you can, or by your feet. Inhale, walk your fingertips forward, peel your chest up, slide your rib cage on your thighs. And as you exhale, push into your feet, lift your hips, and drop the head. Inhale, peel your rib cage up, bend the knees. Exhale, lift the sitting bones, and drop the head down. Inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale, bow down, head down. Push into your feet, and place your hands to your outer hips. Try to really snuggle your fingers between your hips and your thigh bones, and then bend your knees. Take a deep breath in, shrug your shoulders forward, and then squeeze them toward each other. Bend your knees, brace your hips, root down to rise up nice and tall. Push into your strong feet. Turn your palms to face out, and inhale, reach your arms up. Touch your palms. Exhale, bring your hands down and toward your heart center. Inhale, release the prayer, palms face out, reach up. Touch your palms, look up. Exhale, bring your hands down. Trace the prayer down the center of your midline. Again, inhale up. Look up. Exhale, trace the prayer down through the center of your body. Inhale up. And then this time, exhale, bring your prayer down and let it set right at your breastbone. And gently move your head carefully side to side. Relax your jaw. Bend your knees a little bit so you're not locking out your knees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let yourself ground into the earth as you feel the energy of your breath lifting, hopefully your spirit waking you up. And also, the beginning of the semester, it's a new semester, fall is coming up. Maybe set an intention for yourself or your others or a whole body of people. Bow your head down to your heart. Roll the shoulders back, and then inhale, lift your prayer up. Look up, open your arms out, exhale, bow the head down, lay your ribcage on your thighs. Inhale, slide your hands up your thighs or your shin bone. Exhale, bow down, head down. Walk your hands forward to your downward facing dog pose. Bring your feet a little closer toward each other, bend your knees. Push the palms down as you move your thighs backward. Look into your front ribs and lift the sitting bones. Inhale, lift the right leg. Bend your right leg, squeeze the right heel toward the buttocks. And then look at your left knee. Make sure your left knee is not buckling in. Try to keep the left knee in line with the left ankle, almost like you're trying to externally rotate the left thigh. Fan your right hip open and you want more. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hug your right knee in towards your belly. Shift your whole entire body weight forward as you come into cat tilt. Push the palms down. Take a breath. Exhale, kick the foot to your right hand. If you didn't make it through, assist it forward. Bend your left knee down. Squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. You can tuck your back toes under or point them, whichever you like. Brush your fingertips down the floor and reach forward. Inhale, lift your arms up. Anjaneyasana. Elevate your arm bones. Inhale. Exhale. Keep lifting up. Pull up on the belly. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let your hips descend down and forward. Good. Take a breath. Exhale, touch down. Lift up your back thigh knee. Take a deep breath. Exhale, step the left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Open up your chest. Exhale, bow down, head down. Hands to your hips. Brace your hips. Roll the shoulders on the back. Push down into your feet. Lift your breastbone and stand up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up. Look up. Exhale, arm bones down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bow down, head down. Inhale, halfway. Place the palms, step your right leg back into a lunge, the right leg, and left leg back, downward facing dog. Step your feet closer together. Inhale, peel the left foot up, lift it up, and bend the left leg. Look at your right knee. Make sure your right knee is not buckling in. Externally rotate the right thigh, the standing leg, as you fan your left hip open. Take a deep breath. Lift the left leg high. Exhale, level your hips and hug your left knee in towards your belly. Push the floor away, hover forward. Find a giant cat tilt. Take a breath. Exhale, step the left foot to the front of the mat. If it didn't make it through, it's okay. Bring your foot forward with the hands. Take a deep breath. Peel your chest up as you bend your right knee down. Move your groins back a little bit. Reach your arms. Brush your hands on the floor and inhale, lift up. Exhale the breath out. Keep elevating your arm bones. As you elevate the arm bones, squeeze the shoulders back. Good. Inhale. Exhale, let your hips move down and forward. Back bend, Anjaneyasana. Take a deep breath, look up. Exhale, touch down. Push the palms down, step the right foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, open up your chest. Exhale, bow down, head down. Brace your hips, hold the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades, push down to stand up. Navel to the spine, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow down, head down. Inhale, halfway. Place the palms down, push them down to step the left leg back, lunge. Again, push the palms down, scoop your tail, step back to downward dog. Pause in your downward dog and realign with your breath. A few breaths here. You can always drop into child's pose at any time. Try to, again, spin your inner upper arms from the inside out and squeeze the outer arms in. Good. From here, inhale, bend your knees, push your thighs back. Look at your front ribs and lift your sitting bones. Inhale, glide forward to your plank pose, top of a push-up. It is a push-up, Urdhva Dandasana. Urdhva means upward, lifted. Dandasana is staff pose, staff. Hover forward and move your heels back and forth. And try to engage your quadriceps by lifting up your kneecaps so your thighs fire up. So everything is in the legs here, believe it or not. Squeeze your legs, your thighs. Hover forward, push the palms down. Engage your legs even more. Exhale, bend the elbows back and lower down. Tap the forehead, point your toes. Make your way into a Sphinx pose. Forms are parallel to each other. And if you're new to my class, welcome. Okay, if you just came in, make sure you do some cow and cat tilts or cat and cow tilts just to warm up your spine, okay? Forms are parallel. Push the palms down and the forearms down and pull them backward. Try not to let your low back take the brunt of this, meaning engage your legs, lift one leg and then the other, and root the front of your hips down, your pubic bone, and scoop your tail, navel to the spine. See if you can lift the flesh right above your pubic bone. Or if it doesn't lift, energetically lift it with your mind's eye. Open out to the collarbones and imagine your spine is coiling through and up the collarbones right through your skull. Take a deep breath and let your ribs relax. Reach your arms back by your sides. Shalabhasana. So your rib cage is down and your breastbone is lifted. Look down to the floor and don't tuck your chin, but don't lift it. Kind of find the middle place. Root your hips down, scoop your tail, lift your thighs off the floor. Bend your elbows a little bit and tense your fingertips. And squeeze the floor towards your center of your palm. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift your arms. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring your hands by the low ribs. Poke your thumbs at your low ribs and bring your hands down, feet down. Bring your forehead down. Inhale, coil up to Cobra, Bhujangasana, or push the palms down, elevate your hips and thighs, straighten your arms for upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep breath. Now lift the center right at the belly button and the pubic bone and scoop your tail. Find this weird plank pose and let your hips descend. Inhale, slide your toenails forward a little bit and lift up, pause, look at your tummy, and exhale, drop down. Good, one more time. Inhale, pull in, and exhale, slide your toes forward, and back you come to your downward facing dog pose. Inhale, exhale. Dangle your head side to side, forward and back. Breath in. Breath out. Relax the jaw. Take a deep breath. Exhale the breath out. From here, inhale again, sweep your right leg up, turn your right toes down, fan the hip open, but again, try not to let the left knee buckle in. Slight bend in the left knee. Take a deep breath. Exhale, step the right foot to the front of the mat. Take the fingertips, hug your inner thighs toward each other. This time we're making our way into Crescent Lunge. If you need to bend your left knee halfway or all the way, do that. Otherwise, place your right hand on your right thigh and pump your back heel up and forward. Engage your, inner thighs, brace your hips, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the arms back. Take a breath and exhale, reach your arms up for Crescent Lunge pose. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hover forward, touch down, or use your blocks. Take a deep breath. Exhale, move your right hip, thigh back. Inhale, glide forward. If you're on the tight side, bend your left knee and flex your right foot. You can do, if you're having a tight day, this is what you do. Even if you are feeling tight or not tight, it's always nice to do a little bit less. From here, walk your hands forward, push into the right foot and lift the left leg up, setting up for standing splits. So level your hips, hitchhike your right thumb into your right thigh, and then gently slide the outer right thigh hip back. Pin the outer right hip in. Walk your fingertips forward. Take a deep breath. Pull up on the belly. Contract your rib cage and maybe bring your rib cage on your right thigh. Head down. Relax the jaw. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Walk your hands forward and carefully bring the left foot toward the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow down, head down. Root down to rise up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Again, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bow down, head down. Inhale, peel your chest up. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right leg back into a lunge. Push the palms down, left leg back, downward facing. Inhale, glide forward to your plank, top of a push-up. Engage your quadriceps, scoop your tail. Hover, again, fire up your thighs, take a breath, pull the elbows, palms back, chaturanga, or all the way down, upward dog, or cobra pose. Exhale, back, downward facing dog pose. Inhale, sweep the left leg up, look at your right knee, make sure it's not buckling in. Open up, fan the left hip open, not too much. Squeeze the outer upper right arm in. Take a deep breath. Exhale, step the left foot to the front of the mat. Ground down to rise up into Crescent Lunge. Bend your left knee, put your hands on the thigh, and elevate. Pump the back heel up and forward. Squeeze your arms back, or first brace your hips. Make sure they're level. They're not like tipping to one side or the other. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Elevate your arms. Lift up your breastbone. Take a deep breath. Reach your arms up. Exhale all the breath out. Keep elevating your arms. Take a deep breath. Pull in the belly. Hover forward and touch down. Use that energy to root down to lift the right leg up. Turn the right toes down. Level your hips. Hitchhike your left thumb and place it at your left thigh hip and squeeze that left thigh bone flesh backward. Bending your left knee as much as you need to. Walk the hands by your left foot. Inhale, peel your chest. Lay the rib cage on the left thigh and contract it. Pull in, head down. Maybe forehead touches the shin. Relax the head, relax the jaw. Take a deep breath. Peel your chest up. Exhale, step the right foot to the left. Slide your hands up your thighs or your shins. Open your chest. Exhale, bow down, head down. Press into your strong feet. Either brace your hips or reach your arms out and up. Stand up nice and tall. Look up. Exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, reach up and out. Exhale, bow down, head down. Inhale, halfway, peel your chest up. Root the hands down. Step the left leg back, lunge. Right leg back, downward dog. Inhale, glide forward to plank. Hover, engage your legs, quadriceps, chaturanga, upward dog or cobra pose. Lift up that space between the pelvic floor and the navel, and then gently find that weird plank. Slide the toes forward and up. Downward facing dog. Dangle your head side to side, forward and back. Drop the knees down. Come into a child's pose for a beat. Inhale. Exhale. Roll the forehead side to side. Bring your arm bones back. Roll the backs of your wrists. Relax the shoulders. Good. From here, I'm just going to turn around so you can see what I'm going to do on the next side. So from your child's pose, make your way into downward facing dog by way of tabletop. And from your downward dog, walk your feet one footprint forward so it's a shorter dog. Okay, if your heels touch the floor, you do not get extra credit. You just, if they don't, bend your knees and push your thighs back. Root down into the right hand and bring more weight into the right hand, tent the left fingertips. As you push more weight into the right hand, there's a tendency for the hips to swing. Keep the hips centered. Take your left hand outside your right shin or hold your heel. Try to relax the left shoulder blade and peek under your right armpit. Notice if your hips are swinging, swing them back to center. Push the right hand down. Breath in, breath out. Take another breath here. Exhale, place your left hand down. We'll go straight to the other side. But before you do, transition the weight into the left hand a little bit more and tent your right fingertips. Try to spin your inner upper left arm forward as you push back. And then center your hips. Bring your right hand outside your left shin or your heel. Look under the left armpit. Relax your right shoulder blade. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath. Exhale, reset. Walk your feet back to regular dog pose. From here, bend your knees. Pivot your heels to the right. All right, so you're still in downward dog. All you're doing is turning your heels to the right and then bend your knees. Your knees will only bend in one way, so figure that out. Spin your inner upper right arm forward. You can stay here or bring your left hand by your hip. And then take a look at your hips. Notice how your head is in front. Move the head back and squeeze the shoulder blades as if you're standing, but you're on your side, basically. Side plank, Vashisthasana. And push the right palm down, lift the left arm up, and stand tall in the side plank. Try not to let the hips sink. Elevate the outer right hip. Protract your left arm forward and bring it overhead. And look under your left armpit, just like that one-handed dog pose. Take a deep breath. Exhale, touch down, downward facing dog. We'll go to the other side. Take a breath. Exhale, pivot your heels to the left. Figure that out. Bend your knees. The knees only bend one way. Push the palms down. Spin your inner left arm forward and lightly pick up your right hand and place it on your hip first. Look at your hip. Oh my God, my head is so far forward. I'm going to move my head back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep your head in line with the hips. Elevate the left hip and reach your right arm up. Inhale. You can look at your right fingertips, your right thumbnail, or protract the shoulder forward and bring it overhead. Just like you were in that three-legged, or not three-legged, but one-handed downward dog, look under the right armpit. Push the left palm down. Take a deep breath. Exhale, touch down. Downward facing dog. Inhale, glide forward to plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, chaturanga or all the way down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back, downward dog. We forgot to lengthen the left thigh, so we're going to inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step the left foot to the front of the mat. Tent the fingertips. So you're in your lunge. Take a breath. Exhale, lift up the left sitting bone and try to thread that left thigh hip back. You can come into a runner's lunge, like I said earlier. But again, be quite aware of your hips. Are your hips swinging for you to find that length? All you're doing is you're kind of doing a workaround. So try to keep the hips centered. Be honest with yourself. You may not go as far. You might just be here. And try to lift the bum bone up. One more time. Exhale. Plant the palms and step back to downward facing dog pose. Inhale. Exhale. Walk your hands backward and find your way into your standing fold forward. Forward fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, bow down, head down. Slip your palms underneath your feet for a Padahastasana, foot to hand pose. Separate your feet wide enough so that you can fit your hands there. Lay your ribcage on your thighs. Relax the head. And gently release that. Roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. Shrug your shoulders up and roll the head of the arm bones back. Do a couple more shoulder rolls. And then from here, you're going to bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees, and bring your feet together, knees together. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Keep your hands on your hips, knees together, feet together, heels slightly apart, and bend your knees, sit your tush, your bum backward and downward. Try to keep your spine lifted. I know it's hard for some of us. Do what you can. Take a deep breath, squeeze your arms back, and reach your arms up. Interlace your hands and lift up your finger knuckles and give yourself a couple side bends, side to side, in this Utkatasana shape, chair pose. Inhale. Keep lifting up your finger knuckles, sit a little lower, move the weight into the heels. Take a breath, root down and stand up. Reach your arms out and down. This time, hands to the hips again. You're going to interlace your hands, change up the interlace to the non-dominant bind. If it's hard for you to interlace your hands and then your shoulders roll forward, put your hands to your hips and roll the shoulders back. Okay? Keep your elbows bent And elevate your upper arms. Bend your knees, lift your chest, move your hips back. Good. Bring the weight into the heels, peel your chest up, look up. Take a breath. Exhale, lay the rib cage on your thighs and elevate your finger knuckles up toward the ceiling. And breathe. You don't have to straighten your legs. Keep your rib cage on your thighs. Take a deep breath if you like. Exhale, lift up your sitting bones, but keep your rib cage attached to your thighs. Relax your jaw. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring your hands down. Sweep the floor with the fingertips and come up to your chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down into the heels. Move the weight back into the heels. Elevate your arms. Take a breath. Reach up. Stand up. Urdhva Hasta in Tadasana. Upward lifted hands in mountain pose. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Samastitihi, which means balanced standing pose. Sama in Sanskrit means balance. So find your balance here in your mountain, in your standing. Allow your eyes to close. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Let the breath find its way. It's not a straight and narrow path, just like life. Let the breath circulate through your body. Notice where it feels a little bit constricted. And gently open your eyes. Place your hands to your hips. I like to teach this posture when it's like the beginning of something. It's like the beginning of the new semester, school year. And so we're gonna practice lunging forward, trusting yourself that you can do it. What does that mean? If this is all you can do, this is a lunge right here, all right? So either this, or more. So we're gonna bring the power into our core by lifting up the right knee, flexing the right foot. You can bend your left leg. I like to bend it. The more you bend the left leg, the more power you get. If it's straight, there's less power. So bend the left leg as you lift the right leg. Aim your gaze to where you want your right foot to land, toward the front of the mat, a little bit to the right. So aim, take a deep breath, exhale, kick the foot to where you want to go. If it was like you got caught back here, just kind of wiggle or slide your right foot forward. Do what you can. Inhale, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other, arm bones back. Inhale, reach your arms up. From here, exhale, open to warrior two. Pivot the left heel down and heel toe the right foot and center your right heel so that it bisects the back inner arch. Move the groins back so you're not dumping your pelvis forward. And re-bend the right leg deep into a square. This might be enough. Push the right hand into the thigh. Pull the inner heels toward each other. Make sure your left hip is in line with your left heel. Open your arms out. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Squeeze all your fingers toward each other so your hand is like a paddle. Flip your palms. Inhale. Reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath. Exhale, come back into your warrior. Try to lean forward so the thigh bone squeezes into the hip and bring your hands, forearm down on the thigh. Reach your left arm down and overhead, extended side angle lunge. Again, notice if you're over tucking your tail, move the groins back and re-bend the right leg. Rebound your right forearm on your thigh so you're not dumping down, push away from it. Look under your left armpit, take a deep breath. Exhale, turn your rib cage, touch down. Push the palms down and step back to downward facing dog. Your choice, the vinyasa if you wish, or stay in downward dog. Inhale, exhale. Once you're back in downward dog, walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow down, head down. Bring your feet together, knees together, sit into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Root down to stand up, Urdhva in Tadasana. Mountain pose with upward lifted hand. Take a deep breath. Exhale, Samastitihi. Again, find your balance here. Put your hands to your hips, bend your knees. Keep your right knee bent. Fill the sole of the foot with the weight of your body in the right foot as you lift the left leg. Try not to tuck your tail. Instead, tip your pelvis forward. Look at where you want your foot to go. Aim your gaze there. Take a deep breath. Do what you can. Kick the foot to that spot. All right. Squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. If you didn't make it through, just do what you can. Squeeze the arms back. Navel to the spine. Imagine someone's pulling you backward and you're lifting your chest upward. Take a breath and reach your arms up. Crescent lunge. Take a deep breath. Exhale, transition to warrior two. Heel toe the left foot to the center of the mat and turn your right toes out. Again, look at your right hip. Make sure it's not pushing too far forward. And your left heel is bisecting the back inner arch. You can place your left hand on your left thigh to gently guide it. And reach your arms up. Squeeze all 5 fingers of each hand toward each other, like they're paddles of a boat. And stretch your energy widthwise from the center of your heart, out through the collarbones, through the arms, through the fingertips. Look at your left fingertips. Inhale, flip your palms, reverse your warrior, and look up. Take a deep breath. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, lean forward, insert the left thigh bone at the hip, and reach your right arm down and overhead. Again, move your groins back and rebend the left leg. And again, is your head in front of the hips? Lean the head back and rotate your gaze under the right armpit. Take a deep breath, look to the floor, touch down, push the palms down, transition through Chaturanga Vinyasa or Venus in downward dog. Exhale back. From downward facing, bend your knees down to the ground. Come into child's pose. Good. From your child's pose, bring your knees down to the ground. Pause here. Let your hips descend to one side. Lengthen your legs forward. Good. If it's hard for you to sit like this, sit up on a cushion, or if you have a blanket nearby, fold your blanket and sit on your blanket or your cushion. Bend your knees and try to find this tipping forward of your hips. Good. Bend your right leg up to the side, knee up to the side. Sole of the foot to the inner left thigh for Janu Shavasana, head to knee pose. Okay, if your knee doesn't come down, put a block or another cushion underneath it. Take your hands to your rib cage, lift up your ribs, take a deep breath. Exhale, turn your rib cage from right to left towards your left thigh. Inhale, keep lifting up your rib cage. Imagine you're trying to lift up the back ribs to bow over. And then gently bring your hands to your foot, or if you can't reach, you bend your left leg as much as you can so that the rib cage is resting on the thigh. Or you can also put your palms down to the floor, push the palms down and let your hips move down and backward. And gently come up, other side. Bend your left leg, bring your left knee out. Again, support the knee if it doesn't come down. It helps to tip your pelvis forward for that left thigh hip to open. Take your hands to your rib cage, especially the back part of your rib. Try to lift up on the inhale, exhale, and twist. Take a breath and try to lay the ribs on the thigh or bend the knees so that the ribs rest there, and then hold your foot. And breathe. Good, and then gently inhale, come up. From here, all you're going to do is cross the right shin in front of the left. So cross your shins here. Okay, the right shin is in front of the left. Sit up on something if you need to. Tip your hips forward a little bit. Take your left hand to the right thigh. Take your right fingertips behind you. And as you turn the fingertips behind you, try to rotate the inner upper arm, so expose the chest here, the pec minor muscle. So turn the fingertips to face back, and then look past your shoulder. But try not to lean back to do that. Keep your spine upright. Push the fingertips down and elevate your spine on the inhale. Exhale, twist. And some of you can stay here. Some of you can place the back of the hand against the right thigh knee. Flip your right palm up. Inhale, reach, and give yourself a side bend here. Press your hand, the back of your left hand against the right thigh, and thigh against the hand as you side bend. Again, look under the right armpit and corkscrew your rib cage from left to right. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bring your right hand down. Cross the upper arms and inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open up your arms. Lean back, stretch your legs, and cross your legs, bring the left shin in front. Realign your seat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist, and bring your right hand on your left thigh, bring your left arm down. Again, expose your pec minor muscle right where the shoulder meets the chest. Inner upper arm externally rotates and fingertips facing back. Try not to lean back. Make sure your head is over the hips. Inhale, lift your spine. Exhale, twist. Breath in. Breath out. Flip the back of the hand against the thigh and flip the left palm up, reach up. Take a deep breath and exhale, side bend. Relax your jaw. Push the left thigh and the right hand against each other as you side bend. Take a deep breath. Exhale, almost like a karate chop, the left arm down and place it behind the right thigh. Round your spine. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, open your arms nice and wide. And uncross your legs, shake it out. Bend your knees, come to lying down, hug your knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze, roll the low back side to side. Now, I know some of you have to go. If you have to go, come into your Shavasana. If you don't mind staying a few more minutes with me, I just want to finish up. It's really hard to teach a yoga class in 45 minutes. So, okay. So either stay here and come into your Shavasana, or stay with me and just for a few more minutes, touch the backs of your heels, bend your legs, turn the toes in. Scoop your tail, navel to the spine, and start to peel your spine up. Scoop your tail, lift up the front of your hips, and gently bring your spine down, hips down. Let your pelvis tilt forward. Take a breath. Exhale, scoop. Tailbone now towards your navel in a posterior tilt and lift up. You don't have to lift up too high. Exhale, draw the front ribs down as you lay the spine down. Tip your hips forward. One more time. Scoop your tail, inhale up, engage the pelvic floor, navel down to the spine. And slowly exhale down. Hug your knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And gently bring your soles of your feet together, knees apart for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your arm bones out to the side. If you need to support the outer thighs, do that. Push the feet in toward each other. Inhale. Exhale. And if there's any other posture you like to take, if you want to do a supine twist here as a closure to your practice, you can. Hug your knees in, stretch the left leg, bring your right knee to the left, reach your right arm out, turn your head to the right, and gently come back to center, hug both knees in, stretch the right leg, and bring your left knee to the right, turn your head to the left. Take a deep breath. And gently come back to center, hug both knees in. Elevate your shoulder blades off the floor. Forehead to the knees, knees to the forehead. Take a breath. Exhale, lay the head down, feet down. Slide your heels away. Come into your last and final posture. Take some deep breaths, controlled breathing by being aware of the length of your inhale and be hyper aware of the length of your exhale. Maybe it might help to count the inhale for 4 and count the exhale for 4. And let go of that after a few rounds. Or if you feel like you, quote unquote, need it, then do it. And slowly start to wiggle your toes and your fingertips. Turn your head gently side to side, forward and back. Gently bend your legs, hug your knees into the chest, give yourself a squeeze. And gently roll yourself over to the right or left. Pause here for a moment. This is going to be the only time during your day which you might be in this shape until you go back to bed. So take the time to let your body be heavy and rested here. And let your forehead turn toward the floor. Push the left hand down and carefully come up to sit. As you come up to sit, find your seat, cross your legs again into Sukhasana, Swastikasana. Bring your hands into your heart center. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And just trying to be comfortable with the unknown is, some people love that and some people hate that. Just know which type of person you are and try to be kind to yourself, find the middle way. Bring the thumb knuckles in towards your forehead center, bowing to yourself and others, acknowledging yourself. Namaste. Thank you. Have a good day. Let me know if you have any questions, and welcome back if you're back, and let me know if you have any questions.
Thanks, Shireen.
You're welcome.